Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Now in today's video, this is just a quick video telling you about how you can water the string of Senecio plants. And when I say the string of, I mean the string of pearls, string of tears, string of bananas and the string of dolphins. And I have three of these particular plants here. This is the most common one, the string of pearls, or string of beads, as it's often called. This one here is the string of tears, or string of teardrops, and it is blooming today. Look at that gorgeous little bloom, guys. And I also have a string of bananas, which is this very long one all the way down here. And this video is particularly about the Senecio types. I don't want you guys to get mixed up with the other string of, such as the string of hearts plants, because they're related to the Ceropagia family and totally different to the Senecio family. So this is just on about the Senecio string of, totally different plants altogether. Now I've already made a care video on how to care for the string of pearls plant. And if you haven't seen that video, then do go and watch that video. I'm going to link up the video up above and also down below in the video description. And the care video also be the same for the string of tears, the string of bananas and the string of dolphins as well. So the care will be the same. And because I've already made a care video, this is just a bit of a recap for some of my new subscribers that are asking about watering these particular types of plants. And I've also made a video on how to propagate the string of pearls plant, also the same with this string of tears and string of dolphins, etc. So if you haven't seen that, do check that video out as well. Also links up above and down below in the video description. And I've also made a video on how to restart a string of pearls and tears plant, because these plants here, they can grow a little bit unruly after a bit and very prone to sort of die back sometimes with the little stems here, and sometimes it's good to repropagate them again and prune them back. So if you want to restart a plant again as well as take cuttings, check that video out as well. Links also up above and down below in the video description. So that's all the care videos, so that will tell you a lot more. This is just a little bit about the watering. Now, as I say here, I've got my string of tears here with a beautiful little flower, absolutely gorgeous. And my string of pearls plant hasn't flowered this year so far. It normally flowers every year, and I've made multiple videos of when this has been blooming, so I'll also link the videos to that down below in the video description as well if you want to see what my string of pearls plant looks like when it's all blooming beautiful. So here we go with the watering then. Now these are drought tolerant plants, so they can go a long time without water. But unlike a lot of the other type of succulents, in particular cacti, if in the spring or summer, they do need regular watering. And during their active growing periods, sort of spring and summer, I would water them when the soil, most of the soil in the pot has dried out, but not totally dried out. In other words, just so most of the soil in the pot sort of 3/4 of the way down has dried, and then give a bit of water again. You can't just say sort of water once a week or once every 2 weeks. It really does depend on when the soil dries out in the pot. Now normally with succulents, I say wait until the soil has totally dried out in the pots before watering again. But personally, my experience with the string of pearls and the string of tears and the dolphins and the like, I find that if you go too long in between waterings, they will start to shrivel, especially in the spring and summer. The little pearls here or the little tears will start to shrivel up. So I wait till most of the soil in the pot has dried before I water again. And rainwater is always best if you can provide it. If not, then let your tap water sit for 24 hours first to allow any excess chlorine and other chemicals to help them to dissipate a bit before using the water. Now in the winter time, with watering with the winter, it really does depend where you have these plants. Now I keep mine in the polytunnel, which is kept quite cool, and because it's at a cool temperature, a minimum of 5°C, which is about 41 Fahrenheit, I keep these more or less dry completely over the winter. Because the temperature is so cool, they don't tend to shrivel, and they do pretty okay like that. But if you're growing these inside a house, then in the winter time, I would just give enough water to stop the pearls or the tears or the dolphins from shriveling. And I would probably recommend watering about once a month. As I say, it really does depend on where you have these. Ideally, temperature wise, they prefer to be kept about 10°C, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. But they can take cooler temperatures like like I have here with 5C41 in the polytunnel, if they can be sort of kept dry and cool over the winter period. But ideally, if I had a choice, I would have these in the house about 50 Fahrenheit and water about once a month, and that's really it. So when it comes to fertilising, as you can see, little flower here, I like to use a tomato fertiliser, and I use this on the majority of my cacti and my succulents, and I have to say it's been a very good year for flowers. I've had so much flowering, as you can see there, and lots more buds as well coming on all of the plants. And I use a tomato feed at half the strength that they'd recommend for using for tomatoes, because you don't want these plants to grow really fast. You just want to encourage blooming, so use it half the strength. And I would only use the fertilizer on the string of plants, just once a month in spring and summer. In the winter time, sort of like mid-fall to late winter, I don't fertilise at all. I just water maybe once a month if I do, and don't use any fertiliser. And that's really it. So that's a bit of care on how to water these plants. And as I say, for full in-depth care, how to care for video, explain a lot more in there, do check out that video. Links will be down below in the video description. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to care for cacti and succulents, then please do check my website out. Go onto my website and check down, there's a growing tips bar, lots of different pages on there on how you can care for and grow your cacti and succulents. And if you haven't done already, please do subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye!